successful nerds, are you tired of going on a date just to find out that the woman that you thought you like lacks depth, she's plastic, or she's superficial?
But no fun.
Yes. Are you disappointed of going on a date and find out that she's a gold digger, or
A feminist. Man-hating feminist. We don't want to deal with that, right?
so, that being said, would you like to get some clarity and gain some confidence on what questions to ask when you go on a date with her? That way, you will weed out low rank women.
Yeah, because we don't need the low rank. You're after this S rank, this top one. It doesn't mean you're putting them on a pedestal, guys, or anything. It's you're a top performer yourself. You're wanting someone at your level. You know, you don't want dead weight dragging you down. You want someone that's going to encourage you and build you up. So you want the cream of the crop, the top of the top. So, of course, we know you want these questions. So, question number 1. This is my go-to that helped me find my Anichka. And I really thought, like, it took me like 6 months to figure out this one question being the perfect, because if you don't get the first question right, you don't have a chance to ask the other questions. Because you want to do this in the first few minutes and just, you know, you want to be able to, within 3 to 5 minutes, see if there's a good attraction.
Yes.
And weed out the ones you don't want to deal with. Because, guys, you got to flip the script. It's not coming from a point of black, and it's like, oh, does she like me? It's like, over half the world's women. Mm-hmm. You're already in, like, the top 10% of guys or better. And you don't want to deal with the bottom. You want to pick and choose. So you got to narrow down your focus, just like you're interviewing an employee to see if they're good enough to work for you.
Okay, so what are the questions?
Okay, number 1.
That's the number 1.
What do you like to read or learn about?
Yes. And why does he need to ask that question?
1. I'm going to give you a fun statistic. 42% of college graduates never read another book the rest of their lives.
Sad.
That is really depressing, America. You got to do better. You got to do better, America. The average reading level in America is only a 3rd to 4th grade reading level. Scary. I had an 11th grade and 2nd grade.
Okay. All right. So question.
Now, why?
Yes. So why?
So 1.
Statistics you gave. Why?
If she doesn't like to read or learn, you go like, you fail, walk away. Guarantee you, 9 out of 10 times she's gonna follow you like a puppy.
Okay.
So, you know, if you want to play with a puppy, go ahead. But we know you're after the real class. So if she doesn't like to read, she's not good enough for you anyways. Mm-hmm. You want someone who's learning, who's growing, who's going to challenge you.
That's true.
Because she's going to go for every chink in your armor, guys. Just get ready. Get ready. We know you're scared of commitment, but we'll get you there.
Yes, that's why she's S rank.
Okay? Plus, when you're asking her, what does she like to read?
Yes.
She's going to subconsciously, the first question you ask somebody, they just automatically answer. They haven't got their guard up yet, unless they're really, really good.
Yeah.
And then that's even more fun, but that's a story for another day. But then you have a topic to converse about.
To discuss and talk about, yes.
It's like, oh, you like Anne McCaffrey, or you like David Eddings, or you like, well, those are some of my fantasy. You know, the Dragon Riders of Pern back in the day, but they're, you know, whether you like anime, superheroes, whatever the case is.
Okay.
You know, if she reads, you have something to converse to give you a chance to ask the other questions.
Okay, that's good. So what's the question number 2?
So question 2 is, what are your big goals that you have written down?
Exactly, written down.
Okay? Now, if she says, no, I don't have, what goals? I don't have any goals. No. Then again,
she's
not good for you. Because like with the first one, we showed you, you're in the top half by getting into women with reading, if not the top like 20%. Now if they have written goals, Brian Tracy, one of my favorite mentors, listened to him since I was a kid, is, he had said 3% of people have written goals. The other 97% work for that 3%. So if she's not goal-oriented, she's not good enough for you anyways. So you've eliminated 97% of the low rank just with those first two questions.
Okay. All right. And question number 3.
Okay, so now if you're down to the top 3, now we're narrowing it down. We're having some fun. So why don't you go with this one?
Okay. What's your favorite dish to cook? And I know for you feminists out there, you might think, I don't cook, and I'm not going to cook for my man. But I think it's a very, very good skill to have because that way it's economical. You can save money on going out. Plus, when you go out, you eat healthy foods. And we don't want that. We want homemade meals so we can improve our health and save money because you take turns cooking. So for instance, I cook one day, Jenna cooks another day. So it's always good to do and always a great skill to have.
Well, and it's really funny. We were just reading a statistic. Only 46% of women in 2016 could cook. Back in 1965, it was 92%.
Yeah.
That is depressing. Now, if you look at actual professions, like 2/3 of the cooks are men, but that's a whole different discussion. But now, this is fun. You get, does she cook? So she's showing the wifey material potential because we believe in a nuclear family.
Nuclear family.
There's only 2 genders, men and women. It's biology, not opinion. It's objective truth.
Okay. Good.
So, and also, now, like, she loves Thai, she loves Russian food. So, depending on what they say, this also gives you more conversations to talk. And you're like, oh my God, she can cook this amazing Thai or Mexican or whatever the case is.
She's cultured.
Which shows more depth, because you're already in the top 3%. Now you're weeding them out even more. Because you're after that 1/10 of 1% or better, guys? You want the best of the best of the best. And put the movie in, if you know it's that one, men in...
Don't know which one is that.
Come on, guys, put it in there.
Okay, guys, you know it. Put it in the comments.
The best of the best of the best.
Okay.
And it's Will Smith.
Okay.
Come on, you have to know that movie. Men in Black.
The Men in Black? Yeah. Okay.
That's when he's getting interviewed.
Okay. All right, stay to the topic. So, question number 4.
Okay. So, what are your hobbies? Yet again, you're looking for something to converse with her and talk about. But you need hobbies that are the same.
The same, yes.
And different hobbies.
Yes.
So she has things to do away from you.
Yes.
Because you've got to have that space to create the attraction and the pull.
Yes. And why you want to do that? Because it is healthy for the relationship. It's healthy to do something together and do something separately. Because you need to have that break, a long time where you recharge, like, oh my God, I miss my honey. I want to go home and see him again. Something like that. It's healthy for a relationship to be apart.
Absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Yeah.
Yes. And it keeps arguments and things like that because you're not getting on each other's nerves. You're over top of each other all the time. So you got to have some different hobbies too.
So hobbies.
And this is also going to let you know your class of people. Like maybe she is
into fitness,
right.
Or she's artistic. I love to paint, I love to read and write.
Or they're doing charity work and soup kitchens and adopted animals or whatever it is. So you can really find out if it's somebody you want to interested in.
Yes.
And then the last one, you really narrow them down. Mm-hmm. And this is also going to show you are interested in her to see if you want to get a date. And then, are you after a long-term committed relationship?
Yes, that's an important question because we want people to be in a committed relationship. We want people to be loyal to each other and create that union where you work together on your mission.
Well, yeah, and
long term.
and it's like you're a little more mature. You just don't want to play. You want someone long term. Why waste your time? You're a businessman. You're a smart guy. And we've already talked to you about the benefits for the longer life and all those other fun things.
Yes.
So.
And these are the 5 questions that we want you to ask those questions next time you go on a date. Try them out and see see what the results you're getting.
Well, even before the date, just when you're meeting her. And we got 2 bonuses for you.
Yes, 2 bonuses.
This is going to help you know how into you she is. First, you observe how she's treating others, if you have time, like how she's treating the baristas and the clerks and everybody else.
Yes.
You know, whether she's kind and nice. And then the other one, does she laugh and find you funny?
Yeah.
Because you might think you're nerdy and she's not going to get your jokes, but if she laughs, she might not get your joke. She's just laughing because she likes you.
Yes, exactly. That's a good sign. And plus, it's always good to have that. So, for instance, he says something, I find it funny, and especially if it's a stressful situation, because you will have stresses in your life, and it just helps the relationship. And plus, if you observe her being caring and compassionate, it's always good for a relationship. That means she's a good family material, wife material, because it's good for starting the relationship and having the children and raising the children in a loving relationship.
Okay. So again, 1, what do you like to read? 2, what are your goals? 3, what's your favorite dish to cook? 4, what are your hobbies? And then 5, are you interested in a long-term relationship? Yes. If she says yes and you get all the way through that, set a date. Say, hey, are you available Saturday, 8 o'clock? If she says no, you go to Sunday morning and you just keep giving a different time until she says yes. Like if she likes you, she will help you get a date. She will tell you, open her calendar, she'll find it. If she doesn't, she's not worth it anyway.
Yeah, so, not for you.
This is our quick way to sort it out in under 5 minutes, whether she's the potential love of your life or you're just wasting your time with some low-rank woman. So this is Jedi and Anna.